What we just witnessed in Charlotte wasn't just another Sunday night victory, it was a masterclass in basketball dominance, a continuation of something extraordinary that's been building throughout this season. The Denver Nuggets are on a historic tear, winners of 10 consecutive road games, and at the heart of this remarkable run are two men who are quietly putting together one of the most devastating partnerships in basketball history. Jamal Murray dropped 34 points on the Hornets with surgical precision, exploding for 21 in the first quarter alone before the defense could even catch its breath. Meanwhile, Nikola Jokic added 28 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds while casually passing both Michael Jordan and Chauncey Billups on the all-time career assist list. For a center to leapfrog his airness and assists is absurd, and yet with Jokic, we've learned to expect the absurd as routine. The Nuggets currently sit at an impressive record, riding a momentum that feels different from past seasons. They're averaging a league-leading scoring output, while Murray is experiencing a renaissance that has fans and analysts finally asking the question that should have been posed years ago: why has this man never been an all-star? Murray's recent stretch tells the story. Over his last 10 games, he's averaged an explosive combination of scoring and playmaking that places him firmly in elite company. The 52-point performance against Indiana was historic, making him only the third player in league history to accomplish a specific feat on the road. The 23 points with 12 assists against Atlanta showcased his versatility. Then came Charlotte, where he reminded everyone that consistency is becoming his calling card rather than the exception. What makes this duo so lethal is the mathematical nightmare they present to opposing defenses. Jokic is currently leading the NBA in both rebounds and assists while scoring nearly 29 points per game. Let that sink in. He's averaging a triple-double for the first time in his illustrious career, setting personal bests in points, assists, and steals. His three-point percentage has climbed to career-high levels, making him not just a post threat but a perimeter danger who forces defenses into impossible decisions. Murray, meanwhile, has stayed remarkably healthy this season after years of battling through injuries that sabotaged his all-star ambitions. He's playing nearly 36 minutes per game and leading the team in that category, finally delivering the sustained excellence that's always been lurking beneath those playoff eruptions. His shooting splits are impressive, and more importantly, his decision-making has reached new heights. The assist-to-turnover ratio has never been better, and he's picking his moments with the wisdom of a veteran who understands that greatness isn't always about scoring 50, but about orchestrating winning basketball. The symbiotic relationship between these two is what separates championship teams from pretenders. When Murray draws double teams with his penetration, Jokic finds himself in the pocket with room to operate. When defenses overcommit to stopping Jokic's passing lanes, Murray has the space to unleash his devastating mid-range game and three-point shooting. They don't just complement each other, they multiply each other's effectiveness in ways that analytics struggle to capture. Consider the recent playoff performances that prove this partnership's championship pedigree. In their title run 2 seasons ago, Murray and Jokic became the first duo in NBA history to record back-to-back games with multiple triple-doubles in the finals. That's not just rare, that's unprecedented. Murray's ability to explode for 40-plus point performances when the stakes are highest isn't a fluke. It's a pattern that's been consistent throughout his postseason career. He owns the franchise record for 40-point playoff games, surpassing even Jokic, which speaks volumes about his ability to rise when the lights shine brightest. The criticism of Jokic has always been the same tired narrative. He's never played alongside another all-star in his entire decade with Denver. That's an almost comical indictment of how the selection process works, because anyone watching this team knows Murray has been all-star caliber for years. The issue has been availability and the timing of his peak performances. This season, that's changing. Murray is healthy, aggressive, and playing with a confidence that suggests he knows his time has come. Looking ahead to the stretch run and into the playoffs, the Nuggets possess something most teams can only dream about. Two players who can completely take over games in different ways. Jokic can orchestrate an entire offense, making everyone better while putting up video game statistics. Murray can go nuclear and score from anywhere on the court, putting pressure on defenses in ways that open up everything else. The supporting cast has improved as well. The addition of key role players and the development of young talent means this isn't just a two-man show. But make no mistake, when playoff basketball tightens up and possessions become precious, having two players who can create high-quality shots in any situation is the ultimate weapon. That's why they won a championship. That's why they'll be dangerous for years to come. The path to another championship won't be easy. The Western Conference is loaded with talent, from young stars emerging in Oklahoma City to established dynasties retooling their rosters. But the Nuggets have something most teams don't: experience winning at the highest level combined with players entering their absolute prime. Jokic just turned 30 and shows no signs of slowing down. Murray is 28 and finally putting together the kind of sustained excellence that defines superstardom. What excites me most about this partnership is that it feels sustainable. These aren't players relying on athleticism that will fade or shooting percentages that might regress. Jokic's game is built on basketball IQ, positioning, and touch, skills that age gracefully. Murray's game combines craft with shot making, and he's become a better playmaker every season. They're not just stars, they're students of the game who continue evolving. The chemistry between them extends beyond the court. There's a mutual respect and understanding that comes from growing together through adversity. They've experienced playoff disappointments, injury setbacks, and the pressure of championship expectations. That shared history creates a bond that manifests in those crucial moments when lesser partnerships crumble. Defensively, while the Nuggets aren't elite in that department, they've shown enough improvement to be competitive when it matters. Championship teams need to be able to get stops in crucial possessions, and having Jokic's size combined with Murray's improving perimeter defense gives them options. More importantly, their offensive firepower often masks defensive deficiencies by simply outscoring opponents. The statistical case for championship contention is overwhelming. The Nuggets are on pace to potentially break their franchise wins record. They're dominating on the road, which is essential for playoff success. They have the best player in the world in Jokic, who's in the conversation for his 4th MVP award. And they have Murray, who's finally healthy and playing like the all-star he should have been years ago. What makes this season feel different is the sense of urgency. Championship windows are real, and while this one feels wide open, the Nuggets understand that opportunities must be seized. Murray's comments about being from the same draft class as other stars and wanting to prove himself ring true. He's motivated, healthy, and surrounded by the perfect support system to showcase his abilities. The upcoming months will test this team's mettle. Injuries happen, shooting percentages fluctuate, and playoff basketball presents unique challenges. But if this duo continues playing at this level, the combination of Jokic's orchestration and Murray's scoring punch creates matchup problems that few teams can solve. When you have a center who can pass like a point guard and a guard who can score 50 on any given night, you're not just a good team, you're a nightmare. The beauty of this partnership is that it doesn't rely on one player being superhuman every night. When Murray struggled in past playoffs, Jokic carried the load. When Jokic has off shooting nights, Murray can explode for 40. That balance is rare in the modern NBA, where most teams live and die with a single superstar's performance. As we look toward the playoffs and beyond, the question isn't whether Murray and Jokic can compete for championships. They've already proven they can win one. The question is whether they can sustain this level and add more titles to their resume. Based on what we're seeing this season, with Murray healthy and Jokic playing at a historic level, the answer feels like a resounding yes. This duo represents something special in basketball. Two players who make each other better while being individually dominant. They're proof that building through the draft and maintaining patience with player development can yield championship results. They're showing that international stars and underrated guards can combine to create something greater than the sum of their parts. The road ahead won't be smooth. Championship runs never are. But when you have Nikola Jokic making plays that redefine what a center can do, and Jamal Murray proving he belongs in conversations about elite guards, you have the foundation for sustained excellence. This isn't just about winning games in December. This is about building momentum for a championship run that could define an era. The NBA should be on notice. When Murray and Jokic are both clicking, when the supporting cast is contributing, and when this team finds its defensive identity, the Nuggets are as dangerous as any team in the league. They've already won one championship. They're playing like a team ready to win another. And with this dynamic duo leading the way, the only question is whether the rest of the league can keep up with their excellence.